The roar starts long before you see the white mist rising above the trees. It's a deep, rhythmic thrumming that you feel in your chest rather than hear with your ears. As you walk through the lush green canopy of the rainforest, the air begins to change. It turns heavy and cool, tasting of wet leaves and pure energy. You turn a corner, the trees part, and suddenly you are standing on the edge of Iguazu Falls. In that moment, your breath catches, your mind goes quiet, and the only question left in your head is this the most beautiful place on earth? To understand Iguazu, you have to stop thinking of it as a single waterfall. It isn't just a drop of water. It's a massive, living system of over 275 separate falls stretching across nearly 2 miles. It sits on the border between Argentina and Brazil, acting like a giant, liquid curtain draped over the edge of the world. Legend says a powerful deity was so angry when his lover tried to flee in a canoe with another man that he sliced the river in two, condemning the lovers to a permanent fall. Looking at the sheer power of the water today, you can almost believe that story. As you walk along the narrow wooden catwalks that weave through the canyon, you are surrounded by life. Brightly colored butterflies, some as blue as the summer sky, and others patterned like maps, land on your shoulders. Coatis, small furry creatures with long tails, scurry around looking for snacks, while colorful toucans watch from the high branches. But the real star is the water. In some places, it trickles down in delicate silver ribbons that look like silk. In others, it crashes with such violence that it turns into a blinding white foam. The heart of the park is a place called the Devil's Throat. To get there, you take a small train through the jungle and then walk out onto a long bridge that stretches over the upper river. The water here is calm, moving slowly like thick honey, but as you walk further, the sound grows into a deafening thunder. Suddenly, the bridge ends at the very lip of a massive U-shaped chasm. Thousands of tons of water pour into this abyss every second. The spray rises so high that it creates permanent rainbows, even when the sun isn't fully out. Standing there, soaked to the bone by the mist, you feel incredibly small. The scale of it is impossible to capture in a photo. You realize that nature isn't just something we look at. It's a force that can overwhelm every sense we have. What makes Iguazu feel like a contender for the most beautiful place on Earth is the way it changes with the light. In the early morning, the mist looks like gold dust floating over the water. By midday, the jungle is a vibrant, electric green that contrasts with the deep brown of the rocks and the white of the foam. If you are lucky enough to be there during a full moon, the park opens for special night tours. Under the moonlight, the falls turn into ghostly, silver towers of water, and a moonbow, a rainbow made of white light, appears in the mist. It feels less like a tourist destination and more like a secret kingdom from a dream. The beauty of this place isn't just in the view, though. It's in the feeling of connection. People from every corner of the globe stand on those platforms together. They speak different languages, wear different clothes, and come from different lives. But everyone has the same expression on their face. Pure, silent wonder. For a few minutes, nobody is looking at their phones or worrying about their jobs. They are just watching the waterfall, reminded of how magnificent our planet can be when we leave it to its own devices. Is it the most beautiful place on Earth? Beauty is personal, of course. Some might prefer the silent peaks of the Himalayas or the turquoise stillness of a desert island. But there is something about Iguazu that stays in your soul. It's a reminder that there is a world out there that is loud, powerful, and wildly alive. When you finally leave and the sound of the water fades into the distance, you don't feel like you've just visited a park. You feel like you've witnessed a miracle.